Begins in 1771 with a public hanging. The crowd treats it like a festival, cheering and calling it Hanging Day. Standing among them is a young girl named Catherine and her paid companion, Nellie. Catherine returns to her dark Gothic mansion called Wuthering Heights. She lives here with her father, Mr. Earnshaw. He teases her, and she gets so upset she starts crying. Mr. Earnshaw tells her no one likes a constantly grumpy person. Then he heads out for the evening to drink and gamble. Late that night, he stumbles back home completely drunk. The next morning, the maids start whispering. He brought someone back with him. Catherine goes looking to find out who it is. Suddenly, a boy hiding under the bed grabs her and pulls her underneath. Downstairs, Mr. Earnshaw explains to the maids how he found this boy being kicked around on the streets and decided to bring him home. Catherine comes running down the stairs, thrilled. The boy cannot speak, so Catherine names him Heathcliff, after her dead brother. Earnshaw tells her he shall be her pet. Nellie watches the two of them play together. She herself is the illegitimate child of a lord. Catherine tries to teach Heathcliff how to read and write, but he struggles and cannot do it. Frustrated, he storms off. Catherine follows him and apologizes. She promises to be more patient, but Heathcliff tells her to go away. Catherine refuses. She tells him she will never leave him no matter what he does. Then Heathcliff reaches out from under the bed and grabs her foot. Catherine takes his hand and holds it tight. From that day on, Catherine only plays with Heathcliff, leaving Nellie behind. One day, the two of them get caught in the rain. Heathcliff says they should head back because her father will be angry if they are late. But Catherine insists the rain will stop soon. She grabs his hand and holds on. Back at the house, Earnshaw is furious. Today is his birthday, and he has been waiting for Catherine. His supper has gone cold. Heathcliff steps in and takes the blame. He tells Earnshaw it was his fault for keeping Catherine out. He sends Catherine out of the room. Then Earnshaw beats him. In the middle of the night, Catherine sneaks into Heathcliff's room. His back is covered in blood. Heathcliff tells her he would take this and more every single day if it meant sparing her. Catherine whispers she is sorry, but Heathcliff tells her never to be sorry for him. For her, he would do it again and again. Catherine lies down right beside him and stays the night. Years pass. Catherine tells him they have new neighbors. A wealthy textile merchant named Edgar Linton. She says she supposes he shall fall in love with her. She asks Heathcliff what he would do if he were rich. He says he would live in a big house and have a wife. He admits he finds the landlord's daughter, Rose, quite attractive. Catherine scoffs and calls Rose the plainest girl she has ever laid eyes on. Catherine goes home and waits for Edgar to invite her over. But an entire week passes with no invitation. She tells Nellie that perhaps she should call on them instead. Nellie reminds her that a lady cannot show up at a house unannounced. Catherine grows tired of waiting. Heathcliff, fed up with her restlessness, sits her on a tree branch and walks off alone. That night, when he returns to his bed, he finds eggs sitting on it. Catherine's doing, of course. The next morning, Catherine is shivering from the cold. They cannot spare the wood. There is no money left. Earnshaw has gambled it all away. Catherine mutters that she supposes she shall have to throw herself at Mr. Linton after all. The moment Heathcliff hears this, he smashes his wooden chair. He tells her not to throw herself at Mr. Linton. The marks from that night's beating are still visible on Heathcliff's back. The two of them have started looking at each other differently. Catherine slaps herself for feeling it. One day, while wandering, Catherine spots Mr. Linton's house. She walks straight up to it. A girl's voice drifts from inside. A girl is reading the story of Romeo and Juliet to Mr. Linton. Catherine climbs the wall to listen. This is Mr. Linton's sister, Isabella. She spots Catherine and starts calling her a ghost. Mr. Linton steps past the wall to look. Meanwhile, Heathcliff gets word that Catherine has sprained her ankle. Linton has taken her in. Heathcliff wants to go bring her back, but Earnshaw stops him. He says this is her chance. He tells Heathcliff that blundering up there would ruin her prospects. A few days later, Catherine returns home. She looks completely different. The maids are stunned when they see her. Catherine goes to Heathcliff and tells him she has been gone for 6 weeks, and he did not even come to greet her. But Heathcliff is angry that she was gone for so long. He tells her to go bother the other servants. He says he is busy and cannot play with her like children anymore. Catherine fires back, asking why she would crave his company after spending weeks with Linton. But the truth is entirely different. That very night, Catherine sneaks out to see Heathcliff again, and right there, she catches two servants sharing a private moment. Watching them, Catherine feels a spark of desire. Just then, Heathcliff appears from behind and covers her mouth and eyes. But the two of them can still hear the servants. Before anything can happen between them, Catherine jumps up and runs. The next morning, those same thoughts are still running through her mind. When Heathcliff appears in front of her, she gets up and walks away. Catherine begins seeking her own comfort. Heathcliff follows and finds her. He can hear what she is doing. They come face to face. Catherine bolts from him. She tells him this is his doing. She tells him to stop talking, but Heathcliff grabs her fingers, smells them, and says he has her now. He's about to kiss her, but Catherine tells him that if he cares for her, he should put her down. She leaves, but the moment she reaches home, she finds out Mr. Linton is there. He has already seen Earnshaw in his drunken state. Catherine says it is too shaming, but Linton tells her to wait because he has something to say. Catherine tells Nellie that Mr. Linton asked her to marry him, and she accepted. Nellie asks where the obstacle is. Catherine says she is convinced she is wrong. The reason is Heathcliff. She loves him, but she also believes that if she marries Mr. Linton, she can use his wealth to help Heathcliff rise. Nellie comments dryly, "With your husband's money?" Catherine snaps back at her. She says Nellie has never loved anyone, and no one has ever loved her. She tells Nellie she would know nothing about it. Right then, Nellie notices Heathcliff standing near the doorway. She deliberately draws more out of Catherine. Catherine says it would degrade her to marry Heathcliff, but Heathcliff does not stay to hear the rest. He misses the part where Catherine says he shall never know how much she loves him. Heathcliff leaves without hearing the full truth. The very next day, Catherine rushes to Linton's house to call off the wedding, but she learns that Heathcliff has already left. Catherine decides to wait for him. She tells herself he is just trying to vex her, but Heathcliff never comes back, and Catherine marries Mr. Linton. But her heart never beats for Mr. Linton. She is not happy in the lavish life he gives her. Linton even builds her a bedroom in the color of her face. But not even a smile crosses Catherine's lips. Catherine tries talking to Nellie about it, but Nellie tells her there is nothing to complain about. She says they are too comfortable. The necklace is too big. This is good. Slowly, Catherine accepts this life, but her heart still craves Heathcliff. She always feels his absence. Catherine visits Wuthering Heights. Earnshaw's condition has worsened. He says he has no money. Catherine tells him Edgar sends money, and she knows he does. Earnshaw asks her for more. Catherine tells him he will only gamble it away. Earnshaw taunts her. He says she has no children and implies that either her husband is incapable or she is. Catherine throws coins on the floor, but Earnshaw tells her that since she tosses her coins on the ground, she will stay and watch him grope for them. Catherine picks the coins up and apologizes. She goes back to Mr. Linton in tears. She tells him there is nothing left for her there. A year later, Catherine is pregnant. Mr. Linton is overjoyed. But that very night, Catherine finds eggs on her bed. She knows exactly who did it. She goes looking for him. The next day, she visits their usual spot. And there, standing before her, is Heathcliff, completely transformed. He is handsome and rich. Catherine throws her arms around him. She is stunned by his transformation. She invites him to dinner. At dinner, she asks him where he has been, but Heathcliff gives no real answer. Isabella is right there, trying to impress him. Catherine tells him she really does not care what he has been doing. She tells him to keep his secrets, but then it comes out that Heathcliff is living at Wuthering Heights. He has bought the place. Isabella is thrilled. They have a neighbor. Isabella starts calling Heathcliff the most handsome man. Catherine warns her that he would devour her. She says he is rough, wild, and has a wicked temper. Isabella calls Catherine a dog in the manger. Catherine tells her she was only trying to save her from humiliation. She tells Isabella to go ahead and pursue him by all means. Isabella, in a fit of anger, smashes Catherine's doll. Heathcliff learns that Isabella is completely besotted with him. He remarks that she is pretty and rich. Catherine calls Isabella out from behind the door and tells her to come inside. She stands her right in front of Heathcliff and declares she will not be named a dog in the manger again. She tells Isabella to have him to herself, but Isabella turns and leaves. Heathcliff tells Catherine she is a dog in the manger. Catherine fires back and tells him to leave Isabella alone. Heathcliff says she has no right to object. He reminds her he is not her husband. Catherine tells him to back off. She reminds him she has been nothing but kind since he returned. She never once blamed him for disappearing. For years, She did not even know if he was alive or dead. She asks him what exactly she did wrong. Heathcliff tells her she knew he loved her and she threw it away. She treated him like he was nothing. He warns her that if she thinks she can marry Linton and get away with it, she is wrong. He says there is no peace between them. He thanks her for revealing Isabella's secret, and he swears he is going to use it. Catherine, pretending like none of it matters, tells him to go ahead, kiss her, marry her. She says she could not care less. Catherine goes to Linton and tells him she does not think they should receive Heathcliff anymore. Over at Wuthering Heights, Earnshaw approaches Heathcliff. He says even after all this, it is still not enough for her. Heathcliff is still her pet. The next day, Catherine rushes to Wuthering Heights. Her father is dead. She holds his hand and cries. Then she kicks him. Catherine walks out into the rain. Heathcliff tries to stop her. He tells her she is cold and will catch her death. Catherine tells him it will be his fault. Heathcliff picks her up and carries her to shelter. He puts his coat over her. This is the same spot where they stood in the rain as children. Catherine asks him why he left her. Heathcliff tells her he hurt her that day. She said it would degrade her to marry him. Catherine tells him no. He did not hear all of it. She said that she loved him. Heathcliff fires back. He says if she loved him, then what right did she have to leave him for the poor fancy she felt for Linton? He says no one could have separated them. She did it of her own will. Heathcliff tells her to kiss him again and let them both be damned. After that, Earnshaw's funeral takes place. Catherine's large necklace gets off her neck, and so begins their secret meetings. Heathcliff does not know Catherine is pregnant. Catherine tries to put a stop to it. She tells herself this cannot go on. But in the end, she is the one who asks, "Tomorrow, when?" One day, lying beside Heathcliff, Catherine tells him she was going to cancel the wedding the very next day. She wishes she had known he was listening. Heathcliff tells her that Nellie saw him standing there. Catherine goes to Nellie and tells her to find another position. She says Nellie knew Heathcliff was listening and did not tell her. She orders Nellie to go to Mr. Linton and tell him she has found a new place, and she will leave. Nellie goes to Mr. Linton. The very next day, Linton forbids Catherine from seeing Heathcliff. He tells her it would be most distressing if anyone mistook her natural good-heartedness for something untoward. One night, something hits Catherine's window. She tells Linton the swallows get lost when the wind changes. She says she will see to it. She slips outside and meets Heathcliff. From inside, Mr. Linton starts calling for her. He steps out and tells her their son will not like the cold. Heathcliff hears this. He storms into Catherine's house and asks her if the child is his. Catherine says no. The baby was conceived before he came back. Heathcliff says he would not have minded. In fact, he would have only enjoyed it more. Right in the middle of that intense moment, Heathcliff says he will kill Linton. Catherine asks him if he would really do it. Heathcliff tells her he will go to him directly and break his neck. Catherine tells him she said he would degrade her. She says she did not know she would degrade herself. Catherine ends it right there. She says it is done. She walks away. Heathcliff goes straight to Isabella's room. He tells her Catherine was right. He is rough and cruel. He does not love her. He will never love her. He says he will marry her with the sole purpose of tormenting Catherine. He will think of Catherine every moment he is with her. He asks if she wants him to stop. Isabella says no. The very next day, the two of them go and get married. Catherine is shattered when she finds out. Linton scolds her. He tells her he will not stand for her weeping over that man in front of him. Isabella writes a letter to Nellie because she knows Linton will not accept it. She writes asking what she has married. She asks if Heathcliff is even a man. If so, is he mad? If not, is he a devil? She calls him monstrous, diabolical, possessed. She begs Nellie for help. But this letter was written at Heathcliff's command. He is frustrated that no one responded to it. He tells Isabella to write another one, this time directly to Catherine. But Nellie burns the letter. She also stops Linton from seeing Catherine. She tells him he cannot relent now. She asks how Catherine will respect him if he bends. Catherine's condition has gotten much worse. She is not eating or drinking. Nellie tells her it is not good for the baby. Catherine says the baby is gone. Nellie asks if she has bled. Catherine says no. Nellie tells her the baby is fine. Catherine has carved Heathcliff's name next to hers on her window. Nellie visits Wuthering Heights. Isabella is chained up like a dog. She is acting like one too. Heathcliff tells Nellie to tell Catherine he has finally found his match in degradation. Nellie refuses. She tells him she will say no such thing. She tells Isabella to come home, but Isabella says she is home. After Nellie leaves, Heathcliff forces Isabella to write more letters. But Nellie will not let any of them reach Catherine. Both Catherine and Heathcliff are burning for each other. Heathcliff lies down under his bed. Catherine feels his hand grabbing her foot. She hears the voice of young Heathcliff. She looks and sees him standing in her garden. Then one day, Nellie storms in and scolds Catherine. She tells her she will not stand for this grotesque performance. She orders her to get out of bed. And that is when it comes to light. Catherine has septicemia. Nellie tells Edgar. He is furious with her for dismissing Catherine's condition as theatrics. Catherine tells Nellie not to go. She says whatever it was, she is sure Nellie did not mean it. Then Catherine whispers something into Nellie's ear. Nellie rides to Heathcliff. Heathcliff races toward Catherine on his horse. Catherine is shivering. A voice tells her she will be well by tomorrow. But it is not Heathcliff. It is Mr. Linton. Heathcliff has not arrived yet, and Catherine is gone. When Heathcliff finally reaches her, Mr. Linton tells him he is sorry. Heathcliff goes to Catherine. For a moment, it feels like she is about to speak. He calls for the doctor, but there is no life left in her. Heathcliff whispers that he cannot live without his life. He cannot live without his soul. He wraps his arms around Catherine and lies down beside her. And with that, this story comes to an end.